but
Mm-hmm.
I think I have a slight slant where sometimes the child will do something that there's no way the parents could have known to even suggest those things to do, right? For the last say 20 years, there's so many new things that the parent, um, you know what I mean, like a social media manager, right? Like for most parent, they couldn't. There's no way they could say you should go out and try to be a social media manager or
Right.
LLM architect because there was just no such thing in their purview at that time. So, but if you were to do that, and then the parent will see the respect that your peers are giving you, then they would be proud. But there's no
Right.
way they would be happy. They would still be happy because there's an overlap with those two things, but just try to make the distinction between being proud of your child rather than just be happy that they actually follow exactly what the path that you would like them done.
To to
Right?
take and the path that based off of your experience would lead them to a place where they would be happy, they would be protected, they would have, you know,
Yes.
the virtues and the value,
Yeah.
the good things of life. But that's kind of what that is what we're speaking about here. Whereas, say I was on that journey and I was creating things that, unlike you, who understands all this, the LLM, the modern, the AI, the stuff like this is not the norm, and we tend to forget that, and on different occasions. But my a lot of my friends, people younger than myself as well, going through school, by the time they reach grade 8, they have they cannot speak to their parents about anything that is going on. Not a single thing, not an app on their phone, not
Oh yeah.
a messaging, even the terminology. It's when
Yes,
Skype
that's
came
true.
out, voice
That's
over
true.
IP, right?
Right.
Even me saying voice over IP to you and you understanding that is so foreign to a lot of people. Even the idea of me saying Skype, which was a lot bigger at that time, people
Yeah.
wouldn't know. And so when you're speaking to generations that don't have that understanding, it becomes very, very difficult to communicate. So my point with this is, when your kids are facing a world that you have not known, what do you do as a parent in that situation? The fear of the unknown and the fear that they're going to walk into things that you cannot protect them from, that is a native feeling, I would imagine, for parents, but especially so when you're talking about technology, their future, their career, things that they are banking, literally and figuratively, their lives on. How do you support them in that, or do you say, you know what, let's go to something traditional, be a lawyer, forget everything else? And that's where that trust, that protection starts to get blurred. You start to see rifts, and children not calling their parents past a certain age once they leave the house because they felt micromanaged, but the parents were just trying to do the best that they could.